Good morning and welcome to the channel on this 10th day of June 2026, which is a Wednesday. Several things have been happening in my own country of the United Kingdom recently, and they're both to do with knife crimes. You may have seen or read about or heard about that there was an horrific knife attack in Belfast and the subsequent violence that ensued against any and all immigrants because of this. That is not the subject for today, because very close to me there was another knife attack where a young girl of 14 attacked a boy and a girl and a teacher with a knife. And this got me to thinking about knife crime in general, and in particular the UK. Knife-related violence shows a very different patterns across the United Kingdom, Europe and the USA. In the United Kingdom, high knife crime visibility with mixed recent trends. Knife crime remains a major public safety issue here, although the most recent data shows a little bit of a decline, but maybe that's because the police are getting more and more involved. However, these figures are horrific. The current levels are approximately 49 to 50,000 knife-enabled offences a year in England and Wales. That is over 2024 to 2025. That's equivalent to one knife offence every 10 minutes. Knife homicides. 260 homicides with sharp instruments in 23 to 24. 172 knife-related homicides in 2025. The trends, knife crime is roughly double the level of a decade ago. It was less than 25,000 in 2015. The geography of knife crime and the demographics of it in the UK. London accounts for approximately 30% of all knife crimes. The highest rate, the Metropolitan Police Area of London, with 182 offences per 100,000. And the lowest is in Cumbria in the north of England at 31 per 100,000. Of all these crimes, the youth involvement are 18% of possession offences, which involve juveniles aged 10 to 17. In Europe, there are lower homicide rates overall, but knives used more often than guns. Several European countries have very low absolute number of stabbing deaths, with Spain at 137, Italy at 125, Netherlands at 51, Sweden at 41. Europe's strict gun laws mean knives become the default weapons, whereas in the United States, knife attacks exist, but are much overshadowed by gun violence. In comparison, the UK, for some reason, I don't know that reason, has more knife attacks than anywhere else per head of population. And what's the reason for it? A lot of it is talked about as though it's a defence weapon. But it's not, it's an attack weapon. And you very rarely see, for example, whereby somebody is defending themselves with a knife. It's always somebody is attacking somebody else with a knife. We recently had one major murder by a Sikh using a traditional Sikh weapon against a lad, and this has spread virally all over the world. But this is just one incident. And then a few days later, we have this other incident in Northern Ireland where a Sudanese man, an immigrant, has attacked somebody. We don't know the reason. And then yesterday, as I said, close to me, there's been another knife attack. These things have to stop. They're just killing people, and especially the youths. But why would somebody want to chop somebody's head off with a knife? It's beyond me. I don't know. But tell me what you think and what can be done to stop it. Thank you very much indeed for listening. Talk to you again tomorrow.